Alright, well, we're in cell setup here. We're starting with 312A. Let's take a look. Go ahead and do a new setup. Drop down to ER4. Hit OK. Robots. No slide base. Right there in the middle. General. Table. Leave it that size. Change the color if you want. Doesn't matter. Hit OK. I'm going to try and drop it right under the robot there. Next thing I'm going to do is show the work envelope. I don't remember which one that is here. It's right here. Double click on the robot. Show envelope. Let's get an idea of where that table should be in order to have the circle mostly on it. It looks pretty close. We can kind of tip that around and take a look. We can right click and zoom in with our mouse. We hold it down. Let's go ahead and drop a material on there. We're going to do a cube. Leave it the default size and color. Hit OK. Drop it. Double click. Position 400 0. Hit OK. You can double click, position, and check to see if it's there. Rotate the table around. You can kind of see it sitting there on the table. Right click and hold. Move the mouse. You can zoom and play with that kind of setup there. Alright, that's basically everything we need. We're done. Hit OK. Oops, sorry, cancel, cancel. Save. I have a folder ready to go called Robocell. You should have one too. This is 312A. And I'm going to erase the asterisk there and call it 312A. Hit save. This is kind of a tricky part. You have to hit save again. I'm not sure why, but we want that grayed out. That's all we needed. We're going to switch over to Robocell. File. New project. We might have to change some things around a little bit here, but and some settings to change. But we'll do that once we've opened up our environment. File. Import 3D model. And I have my Robocell folder. 312A. There it is, 3DC. That's my environment. Open. Comes in as a kind of a window on top of a window. Not really easy to read. Go to Window, Simulation, and Teach. And that puts it in the right place for us. It gives us a program window, a 3D image window, manual movement, teach positions, and workspace. Everything we need. Let's start by adjusting this a little bit. I'm going to drag my image down. I'm going to zoom in. I want to see as much as I can. Maybe rotate that a little bit more. Kind of like that right there. I can save my camera position, and I can also save user screen. Everything should be set and ready to go. I want to start programming my actual positions. What's important when you're doing this is to have a piece of paper with you so you can write down what you're doing. It's the only way to memorize all the movements you've made. If we look at the object we want to move, it's a red block right here. We need to get the robot to that block, pick the block up, and move it. So the first thing we're going to do is assign a position home. This is where it came in right here. So we're going to leave it right there and call it position 99. Record position. I'm going to write that on my paper. 99 is home. Now, the next thing I want to do is take a look at how the robot works. I'm going to go ahead and open up the gripper. You can see right now the gripper is open. Below 99 home, I'm going to write down open gripper on paper. Next step, I'm going to a couple things I need to change. I forgot. Change this to L2. And you want to make sure you're on 3D image. So, I'm going to send the robot to the object. Click that button right there. Pick the object. And bam, robot's there. Now this position is going to be position number 1. 1, record. That's over the block. You can write down whatever you want to write down to remember where that is. Next thing I want to do, manual movement should be set up on XYZ. It's the easiest way to work for us for this problem. And now that I'm around my object, I want to close my gripper. And it just closed and squeezed the block. I'm going to write that down, close gripper. Next thing I want to do is move the object up. Now, I don't have these memorized, so I'm going to play with it a little bit, but I believe X1 might move me up. Let's see what happens here if I press X1. Nope, not correct. Z3 moved me up. All right. Now I've moved this up in the air. I'm going to call this new position 1, 1. It's directly above my initial position of 1. So I used a Z3 to move up to position 1, 1, record. Now I'm going to move in. Let's see which one moves me from here to this way. Nope. XQ does it. So I'm going to do XQ and move it for a little while. And XQ, that moved it in. I'm going to call this position 1, 2. And you'll see why in a second. Record. Now I'm going to drop it straight down. Let's see what down does here. ZE, I think, will move us down. I'm going to move down until it crashes into the table. It gives me a warning. Right there. Hit OK. So I moved to Z. E took me down. I've written it down on my paper right now. And I'm going to call this position number 2. Record. The reason why is we'll say 1 is right here, 1, 1 is elevated, 1, 2 is elevated, and 2 is down. Next thing I want to do is open up my gripper. Write that down. Open gripper. Alright, so I know all of these points. I know where they're all at. And the next thing I want to do is go ahead and reset my work cell. I'm back where I was. So let's watch what happens when we go ahead and put some new information in. I'm going to manually walk through the program. First thing I want to do is hit Open Gripper. Then I want to go to position number 1 and hit Go to Selected Position. And watch the robot move to its position. I'm working manually. I'm going to close my gripper. Next position is 1, 1. That's the elevated one. Go to selected position. It's taking the block with it. Next position is 1, 2. Next position is 2. And the last thing is to open the gripper. Now it's open. So that's my entire program. Next thing I want to do is go ahead and reset. I want to write a program. So my program here, this is where we use our piece of paper. Our first step, open gripper. Our second step is going to be go to a position. Target position is 1. And we can do that fast. Hit OK. Once it's in position 1, I'd look back at my paper and know that I have to close gripper, go to a new position. We can use a speed of 5 for this one. Target position is 1, 1. That was a straight up. Hit OK. Next, I want to go to position 1, 2. Let's keep it at 5. Hit OK. Then I want to go to another position, which is position 2. Once it is down to 2, I want to open the gripper to drop the block. And then I want to go to position. I can do this one fast. 99. Go back home. Hit OK. Alright, so that's 8 steps. Let's see if that worked. To go ahead and play this back, we can reset here. Come up to run single cycle. Start at the top. Run single cycle, and let's see what happens. Gripper's open. Comes down. Closes. Picks it up to 11. Moves it to 1, 2. Drops it to 2. Opens the gripper. Goes back home. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, so that program worked just as I wanted to. We can go up here and show robot path. Hit that button. Top. Run single cycle. And now I'm recording my path. Oh, I made one mistake here. There's nothing there for it to pick up. So I need to make sure I reset, record, 1, run. Let's see what happens this time. Purple and blue lines show where the robots travel. Over, down, open, back home. Perfect. If you wanted to go ahead and take a screenshot of this, you could hit print screen. Alright, and save. File name 312A. Hit save. Make sure you're in your Robocell 312 folder. Hit save. Alright. Now, for you to complete this assignment in your engineer's notebook, you should have written down 312A, your notes on how it moved, and then this screen capture right here, you can then go ahead and paste into a Word document. And actually, I can probably take this as all the work that shows your program information and the path that it actually worked. If you don't show me the path, you can't have proof that you've run it. So what you guys can do is print these off, paste it in your engineer's notebook. You could even write right above it 3.1.2A and put your name, print it off. Then if this was full size, you could cut out the shape and lay it in your engineer's notebook next to the notes you took, and that would be example would be done and be full credit.